Another innocent traveler, like every other scoundrel here.
Don't know you from Adam. Slag off.
Well, you look more capable than the average scum. This war of assassins has a way of making people into victims or victors. Which are you, I wonder? Oh, dear Anton over there? The poor sod was meant for the battlefield, not intrigue. He drank his own propaganda, and it's turning to poison in his guts. The business of espionage is often cold, but thanks to the laws of Canley, Anton and I have kept intimate enough closeness as to make it personal. Oh dear. You're like Anton. Oh, this place is going to devour you. Pardon me. Living in the heat and lingering Fremen stink erodes civility. I am Levenbrecht Maxim Kazmir, intelligence officer of Great House Harkonnen. We Harkonnen believe in power and hierarchy. The strong prevail and free the weak from agency, delivering them to glorious submission. Which are you? You wear indignation like a lapdog wears a tiny hat. Most amusing. Nah, perhaps you're right. The Baron's nephew is known as the Beast. Regardless, you seem shrewder than my Atreides counterpart over there. Look at that poor lumpling, waiting for a pat on the head from his masters. I'd call him a typical Atreides hypocrite. But dear Anton lacks the depth for hypocrisy. He truly believes the fairy tales his house spoon-feed. Brazen and eager, I can work with that. I'd say it's about building trust, but this is a game of intrigue, so we'll deal in usefulness instead. You see, my job is to sift through the dregs of this dunghole, separating rare talent from so much meat we throw into the grinder. My last promising asset up and vanished while on the trail of an Atreides agent. Are they dead? Are they deep into their cups? It is unimportant. The Atreides agent is the thing. Bring me all the information you can gather, and we may just allow you under the umbrella of our success. Perhaps Anton was sloppy in contacting his agent, and perhaps I spied on him. But if he's on the move, we must hurry. We must hurry. Find information. Nice to see you again. Never a dull moment when... As I said, I am Levenbrek Maxim Kazmir, an intelligence officer of the Great House Harkonnen. And I'll tell you a secret. I do not belong here. Success breeds envy. My wild success breeds wildly envious peers. Their petty schemes have temporarily lowered me into this grubby purgatory. This is temporary. It's good for me. While they grow lazy above, I hone my craft below, collecting diamonds in the rough among this criminal scum. They say it was my excesses that brought me low. Lies. My hungers make me great. An army marches on its stomach. Great men march on their vices. Ambition and excellent taste in benefactors. You and I are destined to be friends. Have I sated your curiosity in me? That's the trick. I'm never not scheming. But you refer to leisure. I enjoy the occasional Communanet broadcast, particularly the Man-Trap. A glorious combination of survival and spectacle. This year's competition is fierce. My wagers are already placed. I may have some inside knowledge. But enough about me. Let us talk of opportunities and success. Success is by far my favorite drug, sweeter than even Zamuta. It's a paradox. I love the sound of my voice, and yet I hate repeating myself. Let us not make a habit of this. My last promising asset up and vanished while on the trail of an Atreides agent. Are they dead? Are they deep into their cups? It is unimportant. The Atreides agent is the thing. Bring me all the information you can gather, and we may just allow you under the umbrella of our success.
I'm pleased to see you again.
Show me that missing spy, and I'll show you a way into our ranks.
Duke Leto is the paragon example of all we stand for. Strength with wisdom, justice with generosity, steel with compassion. Everything Arrakis needs. Ours is a noble house, not only in blood, but in loyalty and honor. We've defended these values all the way back to ancient Greece on Old Terra.
I think on those stories often. The glory days. The days of heroism. Days long before the sun of Arrakis and the shadows of this war of assassins.
The Harkonnens have no honor, no values, no redeeming qualities. Their recruiter over there is a vile runoff of every one of their anti-virtues. These Samuda-addicted freaks will lie to you, exploit you, and throw your used husk aside when they're done.
I am of House Atreides. There is no call I do not answer. There is no faith that I betray. My roots stretch back to the ancient mythologies of Earth. Then you understand my longing. I miss the oceans, the tempo of the rain, the more innocent days. Look over at my counterpart, Maxim, that vulgar, avaricious addict. Squatting like a scheming toad, I aspire to be everything that he is not. Any other questions? Very little of my time is free. I devote myself towards ending the war of assassins, at least. Though I sometimes listen to Communanet broadcasts. The Atreides broadcasts. After everything I've seen on Arrakis, the serials ring naive to me, but the poetry still strums something in my soul.
Day 5 surveillance report. Harkonnen hard target 42M. The facility maintains round-the-clock house shielding. The shield has dropped briefly on 2 occasions since the last report. In both cases, it was to facilitate the landing of courier-thopters. I understand that locating Captain Skorda is now my #1 priority, but so far, I've seen no one matching his description. I'm maintaining careful surveillance. Update. I must express my concerns about the tenability of this position. A few hours ago, I observed a hawk with binoculars, having a good hard look in this direction. Don't know if I'm made or not, but my relief is now overdue. We'll keep watch as long as possible. Atreides.
Found you. Eyes on target.
Eyes on enemy.
I'm pleased to see you again. I feared as much. But hand me that report and I'll make sure his sacrifice was not in vain. Let me have a look at that. Ah, I know Maxim's salivating for this report. You made the right choice. Trust is hard in this unscrupulous trade, but you've earned some goodwill. How did you... This is delicate information. Perhaps you have a gift for intelligence work after all. Our deceased agent was on the trail of Lieutenant Teague Skorda, a defector from the Atreides military. We're keeping it hush, since Leto intervened on Skorda's behalf a few years ago. I must find him before the Harkonnen do, to protect my Duke's honor. Those above may know more about what Skorda was up to, but such need-to-know information rarely trickles this far down the chain of command. What you are is a freelance asset. This insulates the both of us. It also gives you more freedom than someone serving in a more official capacity. As a deniable asset, no one knows your allegiance but me. You're as free or limited to move about as anyone else. Trust accrues slowly in the world of espionage. You'll have to really earn it. In the meantime, let's work on a contract-by-contract basis. You're not officially on the books. That means it's up to me, and me alone, to assess your worth and trustworthiness. Let's begin. Generally, I'm slow to trust. However, I have a good feeling about the way you comport yourself, and time is short. Given your background, I'm confident you wish to join our house in good faith. I'll not ask you to prove your sincerity with menial tasks. I'll give you an opportunity to demonstrate your mettle. Gangs of brutal slavers need a lesson taught to them the hard way. Take this. You'll need it. I look forward to hearing about your results. I never could stomach slavers.
I have followed the way of the Kirab for many years, but never did I imagine we would one day be holding the Suk Alusus at the very foot of the Fremen's holy hammer, their Mirzabah. It is indeed a fine place for our annual market, now that the Fremen are gone. For that, I suppose we should give thanks to the Sardaukar. Not that I have any great love for the Emperor's war dogs, you understand. But I fear the drawn crysknife more than the Sardaukar sword. Yes, a fine place indeed. But you still won't find me anywhere near that innermost chamber. It reeks of Fremen curses and foul omens.